Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm ForClassic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what we do have in it is Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, a game developed by Mediatonic and it is using Unity engine. Mediatonic are developers of small games, small flash games from before. They did never develop a game that actually kind of exploded the internet, but they actually hit the fan with this one. And this game have sold 2 million copies, so I think they are making a huge success, and because of that I'm testing in here the GT 740M, which is equivalent to the GT 920M. So for the settings I will be using 720p low settings, but I decided to make some small adjustments. Alright, I decided to use textures to full resolution because it can fit inside the 2GB of VRAM. I'm using anti-aliasing set to FXAA and I'm using anisotropic filtering. All these settings barely consume any frame rate, alright, and they are really worth it. So looking to the requirements, you can clearly see that we shouldn't be running this with the GT 740M because the minimum requirements, it is a desktop GTX 660, and it is clearly more powerful than our graphic card in here. But despite that, I decided to give it a test, and at median settings, for example, well, despite the average, it is quite acceptable, at 36 frames per second. The 1% low, it is 29. So when there is a ton of players on screen, the game struggles a little bit, and I'm not really a fan of that. So my recommendation, it is for you to go with the low settings, where you have an average of 50 frames per second with a 1% low of 40, which is considerably much more smoother. And giving the competitive, this game, it is competitive, I think you should really go with the low settings, or just adjust the settings to something that I'm using in here, which makes entirely sense. The graphics will be acceptable, but nonetheless, I don't think that anybody that plays Fall Guys are playing for the graphics. So, and also, to be honest, the difference between low, medium and high, it isn't really something big, and I can really mention in here the difference that I did found between each settings. For example, from low to medium, you get better textures, anisotropic filtering, you get anti-aliasing, which is something that I did enable out of the bat in here. That's why I did enable, because I think that it actually makes a difference in the visuals, alright? The median settings also provides a higher draw distance and higher resolution shadows, which I don't think that it is really necessary, because as you can see in here, I'm playing with low shadows, and the shadows are fine. All the characters have shadows. This isn't even necessary for the type of game that it is, but the minimum low shadow quality, it is this, and I think it is pretty great for low, alright? So, and the difference between medium to high settings, it is a bunch of them. So it enables ambient occlusion, it enables screen space reflections, it even further improves the shadows. So yeah, there is a ton of stuff that from medium to high it does enable, but the high settings just runs bad as hell on this. But again, who cares about graphics on this game? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, you will be playing the game for what it is, not for its graphics. And if you play the game at the low settings, you will be absolutely fine with the game. That's the way that I see it, and that's the way that I'm playing. Again, low settings with small adjustments. But let's end the talk about the game and the benchmark. As you can see, the game runs just fine at low settings, or even at medium if you can tolerate some drops below 30s. It is up to you, and it is your decision. But what is this game? I mean, why this is a huge success? So Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, it is a game hard to me to describe since I'm not very fluent in English, but I will try anyway. So at first, I really thought this game would never reach this amount of people. I knew its existence at 4 August when it was released, but I decided to not cover it because I really thought that this game would just die at the beginning. It was an indie game, an unknown indie game, and it was multiplayer. So I always thought that no, nobody is going to buy this. I mean, no. And I didn't know too much about the game at the moment, and I'm pretty sure that most of the people didn't really knew. But the game was offered on PSN, so most of the PlayStation users got this game for free, and I'm pretty sure that this escalated this game to what it is today, because there was tons of streamings going on the Twitch and YouTube with Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I think that really raises the awareness that this game exists, and it was fun. And that's the thing. So I decided after that this game sold 2 million copies, which is insane. It is quite insane. It sold so much, and it is really something unique. And I really give really big credits to the producers of this game, because in the industry today of games, what we get, it is more of the same. Most of the time we get shooters which are more of the same. We get Assassin's Creed and open world games which are mostly more of the same, where you need to go from one place to another. And I don't really care if people think that this game it is for kids or not, because how colorful it is. What I do care about this game is how fun you can get. And despite, yes, this is a benchmark video, I'm really more interested in talking about the game and what it is than talking about the performance. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure my videos are useful for this game, but possibly not for the GTX 1650 Super, because I do know that most of the people are aware that they can run obviously this game. But for people with Intel HD graphic cards, they don't really know if they can run or not. That's why I decided to buy this game and benchmark. But I mean, the game, it is insane. This is like Ultimate Ninja Warrior. So your objective for the most matches at first it is kind of a battle royale game. So you start in conjunction or mixed up with other 60 players or 59 players, alright? So it is a total of 60 players starting, and you need to traverse one platform from point A to B. But there are tons of obstacles and they are very fun, and all the people are just pushing each other to try to go through the obstacles. And for example, the first 40 to reach the destination gets qualified to the next round, while the others are just disqualified and they can exit the game and start a new match. So yeah, it is kind of a battle royale, but inside a Ultimate Ninja Warrior event. Alright, this game have a lot of type of mini games. I'm not really sure how many. I'm pretty sure this is specified on Steam page, but I don't really know. And it is a very cheap game, so you can get this game for 20 euros. So I don't think it is expensive. It is very, very inexpensive game. And yes, if it would be free to play, it would be better. But it is 20 euros, and you still have microtransactions. But microtransactions on this game are just pretty much cosmetic stuff. And you can get tons of cosmetics by just playing the game normally. Because, for example, usually this game have 25... normally this game have 5 rounds, alright? And if you reach, for example, the 4th round, you already level up like 1 time or 2, and you unlock stuff for your character. And it has tons of unlockable stuff. So it's pretty easy to get there. It's pretty easy to unlock stuff. I'm pretty sure that will be exclusive stuff for people that does pay. Alright, for the season passes and stuff like that. But again, this is just cosmetic, so it's not going to make you a better gamer than anything out there. But that's about it. So the game, it is really something unique. I think it is not expensive for what it offers. It could offer more different mini games in my opinion, but I'm pretty sure the team it is working on this, because I'm also pretty sure that the team didn't really knew that they would hit the fan with this game, because they sold 2 million copies. They had server problems, which clearly shows that they were unprepared for so much people playing out this game, and they are working really hard to make this game a success, which in my opinion it is already a big success. But again, this game have tons of mini games, but still they could add more in the future. So they are using this game as seasons, just like it works for Fortnite, just like it works for Call of Duty Warzone or for Rocket League. So each season, I'm pretty sure they will add more type of matches, they will add more stuff that you can do in the events, in the rounds. and they will add obviously more cosmetics and more season passes for people to spend money into it, which I'm not really interested, but I'm very interested in more matches. Also, you can play these with your friends, which is good. You can invite friends. For now, crossplay, it isn't working, so if you want to play with your friends over the PS4, it isn't working, but they are clearly working hard on that. They already said that they are working for it, and they want crossplay to work. And they also said that they are probably going to release this game, you know, on other platforms, so it seems very easy that this game would also appear on Xbox and Nintendo Switch, because it makes entirely sense to me. So this game can be used in so much occasions. So it can be used just to have fun. I never was pissed with anything, because even if you lose at 4th round, this game it is very quick. So you can end a full 5-round match or game in less than 15 minutes. So if you mean that if you lose on the first round or on the second, you just lose like 3 or 4 minutes out of your life, and you are already starting another match. So it's addicting and it is fun as hell. And if you play with friends, oh my god, it is even better. All right, it is excellent. And I think this game, it is clearly one of the big games. When you invite people to your home or something, and you go drink something and eat something, and somewhere in the night you don't have too much to talk about, and decide, so what about to play a little bit of Fall Guys? So let's play. The only downside that I see on this is that this game doesn't support split screen, which means that if you want to play with other people, it will be kind of a hot gamepad, which means that okay, so this time it's my turn to play, so you pass the gamepad to your friend to be him to play the next time. So you can't play at the same time with your friends in the same screen, which is a little bit disappointing, but I do understand. All right, so it's more of an online game and not as a hot seat game where you are going to be sit down on your sofa and playing with your friends. No, if you are going to play with your friends on the same sofa, you need to give them the gamepad for them to play, or something like that. So both of you can play at the same time, unless you have other PC and other copy of the game. So again, I think this game, it is a huge success. I think it deserves it, because again, in a world where all the games are mostly the same, this game brings something fresh, and that is really good. It is something that I value, is developer teams that bring something new to the table. It doesn't mean if it is fun or not, but something like we never seen before in a video game, and that's why I do enjoy a lot Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. So guys, thank you a lot for watching. I think that's all that I want to talk about Fall Guys. Hope you do enjoy the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
What?